Welcome to the Raising the Standards show. We're so glad that you've joined us today. Today I have the joy of having an incredible co-host, Pastor Bobby Minor is what we like to call him on our show, but his last name is Minor. But for TBN Salsa, we like to call you Minor, right?
I'm fine with that.
Pastor Bobby is married to a Puerto Rican and has Puerto Rican children. We feel like he's contributed to our Latino community, and so we welcome you. Probably one of the hippest pastors that you will ever meet. The Lord's really blessed him with just being down to earth, and we appreciate your authenticity. So thank you.
Well, thank you so much, and I'm excited to introduce today's show. Today's show is all about homeschooling. So
that's right. You know, there's so many divisions at times within the body of Christ of how we school. And it's surprising because, you know, in Ephesians, the Word talks to us about how we have one God and one purpose and one faith. And so today really is about making those barriers come down, and that we would allow God to bridge the gap between different forms of education. I'm a product of public and private school, and my mom homeschooled for a while, and my husband and I are a founding family of a public charter school, so we kind of like education, just anything education-wise, and believe that God uses education to equip each child for what assignment they have here on earth that connects to their eternal assignment. And so because of that, there may be different forms of how we go about doing that, and feel like the Lord is showing us and indicating to us the specific form of education for those children in our home. And so one of the goals that we have for this show is that we as the body would champion different forms of education and cheer one another on, regardless of whether it's public school or private school or homeschooling. And so today, we've done a show in the past about charter schools, and today we're talking about homeschooling. So I'm thrilled to introduce you to our guest today. We have a fantastic show. You're just not going to want to miss it. If you've ever wondered, could I homeschool, or what are the benefits of homeschooling? What are some of the challenges of homeschooling? This is the show for you. So we're going to go ahead and jump into our video. Actually, I want to tell you a little bit about what's going on across the country so that you can join in. Take a look at this video and find out more.
The goals for Education Sunday are pretty simple. If we are saying that we want the faith community and the education community to tear down false walls that have separated them in the past, there's no better way to do it than to dedicate a Sunday to say education is important.
The idea of Education Sunday surfaced as an opportunity to help the pastor and people in the pew get an understanding of the importance of education.
Transform your church just for a day and elevate the role of education, and just for that Sunday, focus on education.
We will have biblical references, sermons, Sunday school lessons, Bible studies, worship services that are built all around the theme of the importance of education.
Churches engage in Education Sunday simply by saying, we're in.
We will take God's special time on Sunday to affirm the importance of education for our kids. It's a huge innovation.
Pastors get this. They understand personally and professionally why education is important to this community. Go online and let us know that you're participating, so you can register for Education Sunday and we can celebrate the fact that you are participating.
Hi, welcome back. We are thrilled to introduce you to our two homeschooling moms today. We've got beautiful, smart women who are here and friends, and so we welcome you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
We have ADRIANA Muckell, and ADRIANA was born and raised in San Francisco, and she's a wife of 19 years, a mother of 2 boys, which we'll get to meet one of your sons later on in the show. She earned her BS in Organizational Development and has worked bivocationally in public administration and urban ministry, and she's now happily a stay-at-home mom and a resident of Texas. So I know you moved recently from California, and we welcome you to Texas. Our studio is here in Dallas. And then Lilla Marie Grimes is a home education facilitator and advocate, and is a mother of 4 beautiful children who are very well behaved, by the way, who believes that homeschooling is one of the most effective vehicles for building faith, strengthening family, and living in freedom. And we're excited to dive in to this topic today.
Yeah, thank you for being here. And just let's start off by just asking you, both of you or either one of you, what do you like best about homeschooling?
Well, for our family, homeschooling for us was an answered prayer. We wanted an environment, we wanted to create an environment that was flexible, caring for our boys, and homeschooling was the answer for us. It allows us for us to create an environment where we can focus on their strengths. We come out of the school system with our boys sort of having a negative experience because of their learning differences. So we wanted to create that environment where we could focus on their strengths and we can be creative, we can be flexible. And for us, homeschooling was the answer. And that's why we're on this new adventure, as I say it, fairly new at this. And we are continuing on this adventure, trusting in God that He is our strength and that we will see our boys continue on and having a positive experience with learning.
That's great. What about for you, Lilla Marie?
Well, one of my daughters was asked recently, well, why do you homeschool? And she was kind of at a loss to answer, so I gave her these things which make up the reasons why we love homeschooling. Faith, family, and freedom. We believe that Christ and the Word of God is the foundation for all of our education, and we like to study in light of who God is, and also to invite Him into our day and to proclaim Him freely throughout our day. Second, family. We are able to spend a lot of time together, and through the good days and the bad days, but it teaches us how to function in covenantal relationships where we don't throw people away or unfriend them because we're having a bad day. We learn to press through and make amends and grow. Finally, freedom, as she alluded to, freedom to learn what we need to learn, when, and how, what best works for our family, and also freedom from some of the negative possibilities in other schooling options, perhaps materialism, perhaps evolution, perhaps bullying, or just propaganda. We have an opportunity to really focus on seeking wisdom and knowledge and understanding and truth at every turn of the bend.
Oh.
I know you mentioned, Adriana, the adventure. Can you both talk to us about obstacles and what advice you would give to moms and dads that might be considering homeschooling?
It's definitely an adventure. It is work that you have to invest, but you're investing into your children, which is God's greatest gift to you as a mother, as a parent. Some of the obstacles perhaps would be allowing yourself to make mistakes as a parent. You learn along the way. You make adjustments to your homeschooling schedule, to what you're working on. But that, again, goes to the flexibility you have in your homeschooling environment at home with your kids. That would be some of the things that you have to come up with. But it's okay to say, we have to make changes here. We have to adjust. Today we're not having a good day, and it's okay. Let's take a time out. Let's take a break. Allowing that time for you to say it's okay. Let's just stop right here and let's continue. Let's take a break, and it's okay to do that. And I think it's a challenge for me because I come from an environment with my career and work where I was very task oriented. I have deadlines to meet. I have to get everything done, and so for me it's a challenge to stop myself and say, it's okay, let's step back a little bit, and let's have fun. Let's make it fun, because we're all learning. My children look up to me. They're looking at everything that I'm doing, but let's enjoy this and let's just have fun doing it as well as we're learning together.
That's a good point. What advice would you give?
Well, some of the challenges to homeschooling, the first one initially was just taking the first step. I wrestled for many years, really the fear of people's opinions, being a pioneer, so to speak, in my own family, especially in a family of color, to be at home, to educate my family. It was a fearful thing until the Lord gave me peace about it and a very strong conviction that this was what I was to do, and I felt very strong to obey. But after taking that first step, just the daily battle of fear, and distraction. Fear, am I doing enough? Am I enough? Distraction. There are so many good opportunities, but also laundry to be done, character building. So those are the main ongoing challenges, but also a blessing because they force us to confront who we are as people. And as we invite the Lord into our lives and our home, He enables us to see His hand moving and changing us. The third challenge is character education, as I alluded to. Life is messy. Children are growing. Their hearts are full of folly. And if we're truthful, our hearts still have a lot of folly to be taken out. So just learning to be real and humble and just gritting it and bearing it and moving on.
Yeah. Well, I've gotten to see your mothering up close and personal, and I'm always blessed at the way that you instruct your children. And so thank you for that example, certainly. We've got about 10 seconds left, and I'd love to just hear kind of your closing thoughts of what you would want to share with moms and dads, just an encouragement to them that are homeschooling.
You know, one thing that I get up every morning and I say, Lord, give me your grace and your wisdom, your guidance, that I may reflect that to my children. And I just encourage you that if this is what you're thinking for your family, you know, and this might work for your family, might not. Every family is unique. Every family is different. You know, there's a verse that really encourages me, and it's found in Galatians 6:9. And it says, let us not become weary in doing good.
Yes.
But let us not become weary in wrongdoing.
Right.
But at the perfect time, we will reap a harvest if we do not give up.
Yeah.
And I think that's encouraging to me because we're in this for the long run. We're looking at long-term impacts in the lives of our children. And I think that's always an encouragement for me.
That's good.
We've got about 2 seconds left. Do you want to share yours?
Sure. You can do it. You are enough. You're anointed. Keep on, press on, and hang on. The fruit will come, though it may tarry. It will come.
Good stuff.
Well, I know that you are blessed at home. I know